Hello everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and I just wanted to go over some trades with you today. And AOBC was on my radar today, American Outdoor Brands, and the reason being is that RGR had earnings last night after the bell, and you see that it was a monster move up. So AOBC is a sympathy play. This is the old Smith & Wesson, and you're looking at a 5-minute chart. And what I do is I have this 5-minute chart up above where I keep my 2-minute chart, but I was trading at the time off of this 2-minute chart. But if we go back to this 5-minute, you can see the congestion here at $22. So this one I took over 22.02, 22.01, and I see we get a nice push up to $22 and almost $23 on this name. Okay, so that's a sympathy play to RGR, and you're looking at a 5-minute chart here, but I played it off the 2-minute chart. And what I keep on my charts on the 2-minute chart is an exponential 28 EMA, and I like stocks that are above that in the morning. That's the only moving average I'll keep on my charts in the morning. I don't use VWAP in the early morning because it hasn't calculated enough to be worthwhile to use on VWAP. So you won't see VWAP and many moving averages on my charts. I'm just looking for breakouts, support, resistance, pretty much. On my 5-minute chart, I keep the 55 EMA, and basically the 28 is half of that when I go down to the 2-minute. All right, so that's AOBC. That's the trade I made on that one. And still holding a little bit of this, but mostly gone on AOBC. So good start to the day. And the next one I tried to trade was CCCR, and this one I thought if it could let me see if it could get over what price was, like 242. All right, so that puts us, let me draw the lines for you guys so you can see it clear. And 242. All right, and this is the 2-minute chart. Let's just switch over to the 5-minute. So I'm thinking if it can get over, this, congestion here. All right, you see the pop we had in it yesterday, and it almost did the same thing today. So this one, now, what I want to talk about here is when you're in a trade early in the morning and your entry gets taken out, all right, like my 242 entry, and the stock pops, okay, and I didn't even sell any up here because I thought we were going to get that 250 break, all right, but when the stock comes back at me, okay, and this is what experienced traders do more than novices, okay, I'm not wishing and hoping. I want this thing, after it goes above my entry point, to continue and take out this 250 area. Okay, I demand it. All right, I want that. I'm very spoiled as a trader. I'm very spoiled. If it takes out my entry price, my level alert, then I want this continuation. And if you're going to come back at me, well, I want nothing to do with you, and I'm not going to get slammed and take a big loss. Okay, so I was out most of this with a 3-cent loss. Okay, I gave it some space. It came back at me. I was already in AOBC. So what? You know what? See you later, CCCR. You didn't want to do it? Bye. I don't take it personally. I have no ego. Either you go or you don't go or you get out. And that's the way you have to be as a trader. Robotic. All right? Here's my entry. It's a good entry. Sometimes things don't go the way you want. It did push up. It comes back at me. Don't take a big loss all the way down to 235 and lower. Why? Okay? Goes up, comes back at you, get out. All right, that's trading. That's what you want to do. Next up, I called MTBC. Okay, and this one was alerted at a break of 196. 196 on this one. This is the 2-minute chart again. So as you can see, if you go back here, and we could probably see it on the 5-minute chart also. So we're in this area, right? And you see the lines I have on my chart. Okay, I'm always lining my charts, and I'm always watching stuff in pre-market. MTBC was being talked about social media, And so I'm watching this thing, and I'm saying if it can get over 2, but I don't want to wait for the whole number, okay? I want it to break. I want to take it before it gets to that whole number, so if it fails, my stop out won't be so severe, all right? So here's the break, the takeout of 196, okay? And we get a push up to 214, all right? Most of it is gone by 214, all right? Sold at least 3/4 of it. Starts to come back at me, I'm gone. All right? So that's how you have to trade. You get a move, you sell into the move. It's, you hold, a couple of hundred shares or so. It starts to come back at you. You take a flat, or take more than, a couple of pennies loss on the rest of the shares that you're holding. You already made some money here. All right? That's a decent move for this stock. When the break of 2 and then up to what was it, 214, I think it was? Yeah, 214. So I'm selling up into the 210 area, all right? And I sold some up at 214. But then I'm thinking, well, I wanted to keep going up to this line up here, right? 230. When that's not happening, I'm getting a little bit defensive. And that's how you have to think, too. You have to be unemotional, okay? The market doesn't give a damn what you want it to do. It's what it is doing, all right? So keep that in mind whenever you trade. All right, so that's a few trades that I did today. And let's see, AOBC, this was my first trade of the day. Then I went to CCR, explained that one to you. And then I went to the MTBC, and they were on people's radars. CCCR has been a decent trader. You see it's been given all these pops. But now it's kind of, not giving as much of a pop. Maybe traders are tired of it. So I probably won't watch that one too much anymore. MTBC, same thing, was given bigger pops. Gave a nice, trade today, but I noticed like the maybe the love is gone for this one. So don't think I'm going to call this anymore unless it has news or something, some type of catalyst. And AOBC, you have to see what stocks are having earnings the night before. See if you can find sympathy plays. And then, you can get those plays and you can get some nice moves. You don't always have to play the stock that had the earnings, but look for the stocks that might be, related to that stock and might move in with it. I just wanted to check HTZ while I have you guys. Last night in the video, I spoke about HTZ and, it got slammed down, lousy earnings. But then now you hear the icon rumblings, and I mentioned this in the video last night. And you see the bounce that it had. Now, I didn't get this because I was trading other things. And then other people wonder why. Zoe, why do you have, such a good winning percentage? And the reason is, okay, I'm done for the day. I did 3 trades. I'm not trading anymore. I'm up for the day. Yesterday, Monday, I did 1 trade in IMMU. Had a very nice trade in this one, all the way up to, I think the price was 652 was the alert, 653, somewhere in that area. Or went all the way up to about $7. It's the only trade I needed yesterday. All right, it was a Monday. You're not going to push it on a Monday. But I do not overtrade. I don't believe in overtrading. I like to trade in the morning. I like to have a plan. I like to have my stock list and, trade my plan. All right, you do not want to overtrade. There's no need to continue trading. If you've met your goal for the day, just stop. Just stop. Stop trading, and you'll be much better trader for it. This is not gambling. This is a job. You go in, you make your money, you're done. Okay? Now, for me, I have to stick around. I like to watch charts, and you can watch charts too. Just don't pull the trigger. All right? So just a little tip there for you newer traders. You make your money, you're done, you stop trading, but it's always good to have screen time, to develop your process, but you don't always have to be in something, okay? And I just want to make that very clear. All right, this is Zozo Stockwatch. You can catch me on Twitter and StockTwits, and thank you very much for listening, everyone. Have a great day. Hope this has helped you.